Okay, today we are going to continue our study of Kevin Henke's texts. We are going to compare and contrast two texts and their themes, okay? We're going to look at all the different elements of the text and find similarities and differences. Our focus today is going to be on theme. This is a video that was at the end of your work yesterday, and I asked you to watch it. It's a very short, brief video that's going to give you some background and instruction on what I'm expecting of your thoughts today. Okay, so this video shows you what you should be thinking about as you're comparing and contrasting our texts.
Theme is an important part of understanding what we read. When a reader identifies a theme, he or she discovers the meaning or message of the text. The theme may describe the people, life, or the world in which we live in. Theme knows no boundaries and can be understood by many cultures. Some fiction stories may include more than one theme. Think about Charlotte's Web, a fiction story where a talking spider helps a pig. There are many themes that can be found, including self-sacrifice, true friendship, and perseverance. Another fiction story that contains the theme of perseverance is The Tortoise and the Hare. Other themes we see in that story are slow and steady wins the race, and a lesson in humility. The Ugly Duckling, the story of a plain little duckling that grows up to be a beautiful swan. In this story, the reader may find the themes of patience, self-confidence, and the importance of individuality. Identifying the theme requires the reader to make inferences and draw conclusions while reading. The reader may also make connections to their own lives or other pieces of literary fiction. In order to compare the themes or morals of fiction texts, the reader must consider the characters, perspective, author's purpose, genre, and other elements of fiction. Let's compare two fiction texts, The Tortoise and the Hare and The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Both are works of fiction. One has animals, the other a student at school. One has two main characters, while the other has one main character. They both have themes of not giving up or overcoming a challenge. The tortoise pushes to win the race, and Vashti pushes herself to become a better artist. Even though these two texts come from different subgenres, traditional literature and realistic fiction, they contain the same message or overall theme. Other texts that come from the same genre may have very different themes. The next time you read, consider the elements of fiction to help you draw conclusions about the theme.
Okay, so we're going to consider the themes of the two texts that we have been reading the last 2 days from Kevin Henke's. I'm going to ask you if you would please to click on your activities on Seesaw. And again, if your SEL from this morning is taking a long time to load, just open up a new tab and go to Seesaw, and then you can have them both right next to each other, okay? So no worries on uploading issues, just open up a new tab. You will see an activity that has been unlocked for you called Comparing and Contrasting Plots and Themes, okay? Comparing and contrasting plots and themes. With your teacher, we're going to look at key vocabulary on slide 1. You're going to explain the meaning of 2 of these vocabulary words to your partner, okay? You're also going to think, pair, share similarities and differences represented by 2 pictures on slide 2. So let's take a look at your work. If you haven't started your post yet, go ahead. On slide 1, we see 6 vocabulary words. Those vocabulary words are compare, contrast, plot, characters, theme, and setting. Think about 2 of these words that you know well. Think about how you would teach them to someone who didn't know what they meant. Okay? I'm going to send you into your breakout rooms, and I want you to choose 2 of these words and tell your partner what they mean. Okay? Alrighty, we are warmed up. We are ready with our vocabulary. Now we're going to practice using that vocabulary. Think, pair, share, out. I want you to take a look at slide 2. I want you to think. What is the same and what is different about the settings, the characters, and the actions inside of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse and Chester's Way? Think. What's something that's different? What's something that is the same? Okay. You're going to go share your similarity and your difference with your partner. What is one thing that is the same? What is one thing that is different? And go. Alrighty, we thought, we paired up. Now we're going to share out, okay? Something that is the same. I want to focus on same first. Tell me something that is the same about the setting, the characters, or the actions. What is one thing that is the same, okay? Let's see, let's go with Daniel. Daniel, tell me one thing that is the same between these two stories.
They both have their own ways.
Nice. Both of the characters have their own ways of doing things, okay? Lily clearly is her own little independent woman here, doing stuff the way she wants to, dressing how she wants to. Chester's way, it's in the title. He had his own way that he liked to do things as well. Wonderful. Another thing that is the same or similar between the stories. Justin, what's another thing that is the same about the characters, settings, or actions?
Like, you want me to pick two?
Just any
like,
it's the same.
Characters and actions.
Okay. What is the same about the characters in these texts?
Because like they're all
You chopped up on me. Try it one more time. Oh, here. Justin, send it to me in the chat. I want to hear what you said. And I'll read it out loud, okay? So send it to me in the chat. I'm going to send you the question. What is the same about the characters? There we go. You got all choppy on me. All right, there you go. Send it to me and we'll read it together. Leah, tell me one more thing that is the same about the setting, characters, or actions.
So the characters are the same because there's Lily, Wilson, and Chester and the plastic purse, and there's Lily, Wilson, and Chester in Chester's Way.
Awesome. We see the same characters, their names, their personalities, everything is the same between these two texts. They're also the same because they're the same age. They're young children in both texts. Okay, wonderful. All right, let's focus on differences now. What is different about the settings, the characters, or the actions? What is different inside of the text? Levin, what's something that's different?
I'm not 11.
I think my camera skipped over. Levin, what's something that's different?
That they're in a different background, and in Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, Chester or Wilson isn't in it.
Okay, what do you mean by they're in a different background? Tell me more about that.
What I mean by in a different background, they're most in Chester's Way. They're mostly like in the neighborhood.
Ah, you're talking about the setting. So the background images and what we see, okay? In Chester's Way, they're in a neighborhood. What about in Lily's Purple Plastic Purse? Where are they?
They're in school.
They're in a school. Okay, so the background images, the settings are going to be different as well. And yes, Levin made a key point. Chester and Wilson are not main characters inside of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. We do see them in the classroom and we recognize them because we've read Chester's Way, but they don't have any speaking parts inside of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. So that's another difference. Okay. All right, I want you to hop to slide 3. We are going to complete slide 3 together so that you understand what you're going to do with your partner, okay? This is what all of your work is going to look like, but there's going to be a difference of what you're focusing on. For this slide, we're focusing on the characters, okay? If you flip through, each slide looks the same, but the focus is different. So right now we're focusing on characters. With your partner, you're going to focus on the setting. You're going to focus on the action. You're going to focus on the climax, what went wrong. Okay, so each slide focuses on a different part of the story. You will also notice that these questions are questions that you know. Somebody, wanted, but, so, then, okay? So the format of this is still the same. It just looks a little bit different, okay? So first we're going to focus on the somebody. Our directions appear here and they say, compare or contrast. Is this element the same or different between the two texts? Circle one, same or different, okay? So the characters, do we think that the characters are the same or different inside of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse and Chester's Way? Let's identify the main characters. In Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, hashtag look at the title, who is the main character? Who's the main character here, Justin? Oh, he put it in the chat. You're right. I forgot. And I forgot to read it earlier. You're right. They are all mice. I'm sorry, Justin. I forgot. Who's the main character in Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, Justin?
Lily.
Lily. And there's an adult who's an important character as well.
Lily and the Slinger.
Mr. Slinger, you got it. Very good. Lily and Mr. Slinger are the main characters inside of Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, okay? Who are the main characters inside of Chester's Way? Sing Q. Who are the main characters inside of Chester's Way?
Chester, Wilson, and Lily.
Chester, Wilson, and Lily. Awesome. So this one's kind of difficult, guys. Are the main characters the same or different? What do we think? Thoughts? William?
Last question.
Are the main characters in these two texts same or different?
Kind of half and half, mainly different, because Mr. Slinger's nowhere Mr. Chester's Way.
All right.
So different.
William says half and half, but mainly different. That's how I would visually represent that. I agree with you. He said Mr. Slinger's not in the other. Chester and Wilson aren't main characters in the other, but they both have Lily. So guess what William just did? William justified his answer. It says type answer here. Go ahead and click, please, and get ready to type your answer. Do you see what I did there? I erased the part that says type answer here, and I'm going to put my answer there. Okay. Both texts have Lily. The other main characters are different. Okay, there we go. I compared and contrasted the characters. Both texts have Lily. The other main characters are different. Okay. So the question is, did you type a comparison statement or a contrasting statement? Well, as William just pointed out, we did both. Okay, we compared by saying that they both have Lily, and we contrasted by saying that they both have different characters as well. So we did both on this slide. With your partner, you're getting ready to go complete slides 4 and 5. You're going to contrast and compare the setting of both texts. You're going to contrast and compare the action, what's going wrong in both texts, okay? So what do both characters want in each of the different texts, all right? You're going to complete slides 4 and 5 with your partner, and then we will come back and share out your answers. What questions do I have about the expectation before I send you to work? Okay. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I'm going to hop in and out of breakout rooms in those 10 minutes to check in with you and see how you're doing. In 10 minutes, you need to complete slides 4 and 5. Okay? Slides 4 and 5. You with me? All right, friends. Okay. You've worked with your partner. We're going to do a speed round. I want to hear what you said. Setting. Where is the setting of Lily's purple plastic purse? Levin, where's the setting?
At school.
School. Wonderful. Where is the setting of Chester's Way, Terrence?
You said what again?
Where is the setting of Chester's Way?
She is at the neighborhood.
Wonderful. In the neighborhood. Okay. Question, was this the same setting or a different setting? Elijah, was this the same or different?
Different.
Different settings. Wonderful. And how we know, you guys should have typed how you know right here. There should have been an answer. You're using this evidence to inform that answer, okay? Now, because these are different, that makes this a contrasting statement, okay? When things are different, they are contrasting. Remember this? Compare, contrast, okay? They are contrasting. Lovely. All right, climbing action, wanted. What did the characters want or need inside of Lily's purple plastic purse? Timothy, what did the characters want or need in Lily's purple plastic purse?
Lily wants to show her purple plastic purse.
Lily wanted to show her purple plastic purse. Love it. Okay. So that is what she wanted. Lily wanted to show her purple plastic purse. What about in Chester's Way? What did the characters want or need inside of Chester's Way? Steve Rogers, what did they want or need?
Really my option.
Say it again, I couldn't hear you.
To play together is my option.
All righty. They wanted to play together. And if I remember correctly, without Lily. They didn't want Lily to be playing with them. Lily wanted to play with them at the beginning, but they didn't want that at the beginning. Okay. All right. So are these the same?
I am really at the gut part.
You have what, Steve?
We haven't reached that. Lily came is the butt part.
Ah, I gotcha. You set it up different, and that's perfect. Remember, there's
And somebody wanted butt.
perfect. We can retell the story focusing on different parts. So your work might not be exactly the same as mine, and that is okay. As long as you have text evidence, I'm good. Okay. Thank you, Steve, for pointing that out. All right. So is this the same or different? Same or different? Terrence.
the different.
This is a different problem, which means this is contrasting. Right here, you should have typed how this is different. Okay? All right, lovely. Let's take a look at slide 6. As Steve pointed out, this is the but. I think I might have jumped ahead. You're right. Some of you might have had the beginning and not the problem yet. All right, compare, contrast the climax. This is the last one you're going to do with your partner. The rest of this is going to be independent practice, okay? The climax. But what went wrong, okay? So in Lily's purple plastic purse, what went wrong? In Chester's Way, what went wrong? And is that the same or different type of problem? Okay. All right. I'm going to send you into your breakout rooms for you to complete slide 6.
Leave.
Okay. Right here, y'all were working on the climax. This is the but, what went wrong? And Steve, I altered my work based on what you said. I jumped ahead. You were right. I think the but is what you added that I added too soon. All right, what went wrong inside of Lily's purple plastic purse? What was the problem there? Motto, what went wrong here?
There was an apple inside of it. And there was something was it.
You chopped up on me. Talk with me about what Mr. Slinger did. What went wrong for Lily?
Go away.
You chopped on me. Talk with me about what went wrong for Lily.
Her purse went crazy.
Her purse went crazy? What did Mr. Slinger do?
I took it away.
I can't tell. Are you whispering? You are whispering. No one else is unmuted. You don't have to whisper, but you're right. Mr. Slinger took her purse away. Okay. Mr. Slinger took her purse away. All right. Now, Steve, I'm going to come back to you. What went wrong inside of Chester's Way?
I'm actually comparing this time.
Tell me about it.
Well, actually, so in Chester's Way, Lily moved in and she had her own way of doing things. And for justify your decision with text evidence, that's the thing that I really wanted to show. I wrote what I was fast, and then I was actually doing compare, and I haven't skipped from when I was doing the contrast.
Okay, what were you going to say?
So Lily's own ways cause bad results in Lily's purple plastic purse and Chester's Way.
What was the bad result in Lily's purple plastic purse?
It got her purse taken away because she wouldn't stop trying to show it off.
Okay, what about in Chester's Way?
She was just so different, and the boys wanted to avoid her.
Well, look at you, Steve Rogers. In Lily's purple plastic purse, her actions got her choice taken away for her purse. In Chester's Way, her actions made the boys avoid her. Well, check that out, Steve Rogers. That is a nice similarity there and a comparison statement. I talked with another group who found something very different, but was still equally correct. Another group that I talked with was Aiden G and Daniel, and their difference of what went wrong in Chester's Way was that the boys wanted to stay away from her, and they said that that was a different problem, and they're also correct. Isn't it interesting how our brains can find different answers and they're still based on text evidence? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Your independent work is to complete slides 7, 8, and 9. You're going to look at how the characters try to solve the problem, how the stories end, and what we can learn from this text. Okay? You're going to complete the slides the exact same way you did with your partner. Write your answer, circle 1, justify it, tell me if you compared or contrasted. Okay? On slide 10, as always, you're going to use your success criteria. Today, I want you to focus on using vocabulary words to tell me how you know you correctly compared and contrasted the themes, settings, and plot of the text. Okay? All righty.